Hello, you guys. How are you? I hope that you're all doing great. So, welcome to the 13th dance. I'm really happy that you clicked on this video. And today we're going to talk about some chocolate marketing. And what you will learn today? You will learn how to identify and use persuasive language in advertising and marketing. You will learn 10 key vocabulary words with phonetics. We will discuss some grammar, persuasive language techniques, and models for suggestion and recommendation, and we will talk how to analyze, critique, and create marketing language in English. So, this lesson is attributed to the World Chocolate Day, which is on 7th July. І трішки організаційних моментів. Саме цей воркшіт та дуже багато інших корисних матеріалів ви можете знайти в нашому телеграм-каналі та інших соцмережах, які називаються The 13th Dance. Ну і відповідно, якщо у вас є змога зараз просканувати цей QR-код, скануйте його, будь ласка, і вас перекине в телеграм-канал. Також, якщо ви викладач англійської, або у вас є друзі, знайомі, ваш власний викладач англійської, теж можете йому рекомендувати наш канал, тому що там є матеріали для проведення занять для викладачів. Тобто не просто лише воркшіти для вашого самостійного опрацювання, а й те, що може стати самому викладачу в нагоді для роботи з учнями. So let's get back to English, guys. First of all, we're going to talk about some vocabulary, and the first word is branding. You definitely know the word brand. Yep, a brand. But the branding it's a certain process of creating a distinctive identity for some product. Yep, it even could be a person. It even could be like a company, a brand, or a product. Yep. So, the branding of this chocolate communicates luxury and quality, right? And the next one is target audience. If you work in marketing, you definitely know what target audience is. But to be honest, I believe that everyone should know what target audience is because we all are a target audience for something. And target audience, it's a specific group of people a campaign is designed for. So basically, we have this specific group of people which have some similar traits, like, for example, gender, age, location, preferences. And we designed our product specifically for those people. So when we're going to advertise this product, we're going to take into account the fact that our target audience is a specific group of people, right? So the example is the target audience for this product is women aged 25, 40. And the next word is craving. Craving. Craving, it's a powerful, often but not always, a sudden desire for something. I can also turn it into a verb crave. It's like to desire something so bad. Yeah, like for example, I can say, I have a craving for some chocolate. Or I can say, I crave some chocolate, right? And here is an example that is designed to trigger a craving for chocolate. Yep. And the next one, persuasive. Persuasive. So, persuasive is something that is designed to convince someone, a person, a customer, to do or believe something. So, for example, persuasive language often appeals to emotions rather than logic, right? And the next one, luxury. Luxury. Luxury, it is something that is desirable, but it is expensive and it is not essential. It is absolutely not essential. That's why it is a luxury. So premium chocolate is marketed as a luxury experience, right? The next thing is impulse buy. What is an impulse buy? Impulse buy, that's a purchase made spontaneously without prior planning, right? And chocolate near the checkout encourages impulse buys. So basically, you did not want to buy the chocolate, but you bought it just because you saw it and you were like, I'll get it. Yeah, that's an impulse buy. Then I have the word slogan. Slogan is a short, memorable phrase that is used in advertising. For example, have a break, have a Kit Kat. That's a famous slogan, right? Then you have packaging. Packaging, that's a material used to wrap or contain a product. For example, dark minimalist packaging signals premium quality, right? As for packaging, it can be just simply candy wraps, or it can be like cartons or jugs for something, yeah? Consumer. Consumer, that's a person who purchases and basically uses goods or services. Yep. So consumers are influenced by packaging before they taste the product, right? We all are consumers in some way or another. Advertisement, or a short ad, or in plural ads. Yeah. Let's write that down. Ad or ads, right? What is that? That's basically a public announcement that you are promoting some sort of product. So if I were to show you, like, for example, this pen and tell you, you guys, that is such a great pen, please go and buy this pen. You will never regret buying this pen. You all definitely need it. That's an advertisement. That's an ad. Yeah. So the advertisement uses emotional music to create desire as an option, right? And let's go on for the pro tip that I have for you. So the most effective advertising rarely tells you to buy something. Usually it makes you feel something first, yeah? The language does the emotional work and the purchase follows. Some words like indulgent, extraordinary, yours, deserve, they're not only descriptors, right? But they are also emotional triggers, which is important, yeah? So when you learn how to spot them, you can also learn how to use them, right? And I believe after this lesson, you will look twice at some certain advertisements and you will be like, do I really need it? Or are they just telling me that I deserve it? I know that I deserve it, but I don't need it, right? So let's go on to some grammar, persuasive language, and models. Here I have a little table about the 5 core persuasive techniques. The first one is a direct address. When we speak to you personally, when we say that you deserve a moment of pleasure, yeah? For example, you are a mom of 5 kids, you're all exhausted, you're all tired, and I want to sell you a face mask, and I'll tell you that you deserve a moment of pleasure, right? Then it's imperative. You may know imperative as a grammatic structure in English. Yeah, it's basically when we want to give a command to tell someone to do something, yep, or the opposite, not to do something. And it can be like treat yourself, discover the difference, yep, especially discover the difference. We can use it, for example, when we are saying you are tired of all of these not fancy, horrible tasting teas. Discover the difference, try our tea, yeah. Then emotive language. That is basically some sort of language that triggers your emotions, but never logic. Those are words like it's indulgent, irresistible, velvety, dreamy, etc., etc., etc. There are so many words that can be used like that. And then modal verbs. They suggest possibility, and they may suggest possibility softly, yeah? They will say you could experience. This should be savored. They won't tell you like you will experience. You have to experience. They could tell that. Why not? Why not? And what about exaggeration, which is also a common technique to persuade someone to do something? That's when we overstate a positive quality. Like there is something positive, but we overstate it. Yeah. So the most extraordinary chocolate you'll ever taste. The most extraordinary chocolate you ever taste. Are you sure about that? You sure about that? But okay. And then if we talk about some modals in advertisement, here are 4 most common modals that are kind of used in advertising. I'm not saying that the other modal verbs are not used. They're also used. Every single one is used. Yeah. But today we are focusing on this 4. So could is used for some soft possibility or invitation. For example, this could become your new favorite. Maybe it will become, maybe not. We are not sure. Should is a recommendation or elevation, so they should be savored slowly. Yeah, like I recommend you to savor it slowly. Would, it's a hypothetical desire. Wouldn't you love a piece right now? Like, that's a hypothetical question. I don't know. Maybe you would, maybe you wouldn't, but would you? And must. Must is a strong, urgent recommendation. You must try this. That's when I was selling a pen. I believe I said, oh my gosh, you must buy this pen. You must get this pen. Like, I strongly recommend you this, yeah? Here is a little model advertisement. All the task in here is to read and analyze it. So, you've had a long day. You deserve something extraordinary. Introducing Veloz Noir, the darkest, most indulgent chocolate ever crafted. Made from hand-selected cocoa beans, each bar should be savored slowly, in a quiet moment that's entirely yours. Could this be the best thing that ever happened to you in the evening? We think so. Veloz Noir, because you're worth the real thing. Yeah, I messed up a bit. I read that ever happened to you in the evening. Also possible, grammatically possible. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm blind. I cannot see it. I need to get my glasses. That ever happened to your evening, yeah? But the task is to spot the techniques. So first of all, the sentence, you've had a long day. That's a direct address. I am talking exactly to you, and I am emotional empath. I'm talking with some empathy. I'm feeling sorry that you had a long day. Then deserve. We are appealing to your self-worth. We are saying that you deserve it. Yeah. We do not say that every single person deserves it. No. It won't have the same effect. Ever crafted. Yeah. That is the most indulgent chocolate ever crafted. That is an exaggeration. How can we be sure of that? Right? Should be savored. That is a modal verb for elevation and recommendation. Should. Yeah, we recommend you to savor it slowly. Could this be the best thing that ever happened to your evening? That is a rhetorical question. We don't know. We think that, like, most likely this question already has an answer. We believe that it is the best thing that ever happened to your evening. Yeah? And we use modal verb could for this. Because your words the real thing. That sounds like a slogan. And at the same time, in the slogan we have direct address and emotive language, right? Because we're addressing you exactly, and we are not talking about logic. We are trying to appeal to your emotions, to your heart. Yep. And here are some common mistakes. Nobody ever will tell you buy this chocolate now. I mean, it could be specifically in context like click this link right now and get 20% off, for example. Yep. Or for example, this chocolate is good. I mean, okay, this chocolate is good, it's fine. What else? Like, it's not convincing anyone to buy it, right? But if we add some exaggeration, and if we say that it's crafted for those who demand the extraordinary, then it is elevated and it is specific. It is addressing those who demand extraordinary, which is basically you, right? Our chocolate is the best. Okay, are we sure about that? How do you know that? Like, we don't know that, right? Who said that? Nobody knows that. Yep. Then the rhetorical question sounds wonderful in this case. Could this be the finest chocolate you've ever tasted? Yeah. And you must buy this. Okay, could be. I mean, I suppose sentences like you must buy this, you must try it, guys, are really working wonderful when it comes to influencer marketing. But will it work the same in advertisement? Not really. But we could say you must try this at least once. Like, at least once in your lifetime, you must try this, no matter how expensive it is, no matter how unnecessary it is. At least once in a lifetime, you must try this, right? And so let's go into this one. A little quick check to do this during the video. I'll give you 20 seconds. Pause here, identify the persuasive technique in each sentence, and then we will check your answer, yeah? So, like, you have 5 techniques. Remember, guys, you have 5 techniques. Direct address, when we're talking specifically to you personally. Imperative, when we're giving you a command, do something or do not do something. Emotive language, when we are talking about, when we're appealing to your emotions, not exactly logic, yeah? Modal verbs, when we want to suggest some possibility or give you a recommendation or ask some rhetorical question. And exaggeration, when we overstate a reality, yeah? So, here you have your 5 sentences. I give you 20 seconds starting right now. You pause the video and then you click back and we check it. So here your 20 seconds go. I really hope that you already did this. Are you done with the first one? Are you done with the second one? What about the third one? Well, you guys. I really hope you've completed the task. Welcome back if you completed, if you did it. Let's check your answers. So the first one, you deserve a moment of pure indulgence. That's a direct address. First of all, you deserve, yeah. And emotive language such as deserve, indulgence, even pure indulgence, yep. The second, discover what real chocolate tastes like. That is an imperative. Discover, do it. Yep. And I would also say that that's an exaggeration. Real chocolate. Like, okay, yeah, so everything else is real chocolate. I mean, okay, yeah, not everything else, but quite a lot of products are real chocolate. But okay. This should be enjoyed in silence. Should. That's a modal verb. Yep. The most extraordinary bar ever made. An exaggeration. It's the most extraordinary bar ever. That's an exaggeration. And wouldn't you love a piece right now? Wouldn't you love a piece right now? That is a modal verb in a rhetorical question. Yep. Wonderful. So the next task for you guys, you have a 60-second pitch to a new chocolate bar. You have to create a 60-second pitch to a new chocolate bar. You can say it to your friend, your relative, your partner, your family member, whatever you feel like. You can even type it out in the comments. You can record yourself, whatever you feel like, you guys. But here are some things that it must include. Product name, one emotive adjective. We've had quite a lot of those today. One modal verb, one slogan, up to 7 words, because remember, slogans are concise, yep. So take your time, think about it, yep, and then it would be better, of course, if you recorded it, and then you watch it back, and can you answer the question, does it make you want to buy it? If you saw this advertisement, would you want to buy it? Be honest. Be honest. Would you buy it? And a little comment question. Could you please write in the comments what is the most persuasive advertisement you have ever seen? It doesn't matter what language are we talking about. It could be in Ukrainian, it could be in English, could be in Chinese, German, whatever. Or what is the most persuasive advertisement you've ever seen? What exactly made it work? Which technique from today's lesson did it use? Or maybe they used some other technique, like for example, they were showcasing the product, they were stress testing the product, crash testing the product, whatever. Yeah. So take your time, think about it, and type it out in the comments. And I suppose I see you next time. But if you want to grab the workbook, if you want to practice it a bit more, I'm not showing you the exercises right here, but you can go to our Telegram channel and you can grab it in there. Okay, you guys. Well, hope to see you next time. Stay safe. I'm really hoping that you all guys are doing great. Please take care of yourself, stay safe, and see you next time.